So if Amazon moves to Chula Vista, what a game changer that would be.
Complete game changer.
Game changer. This was reported in the San Diego Union Tribune that Chula Vista being considered, they're really pushing for it. Amazon's looking to open up basically a second campus, essentially. And that first, campus up north, really big deal. It's in Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Really big deal. Tens of thousands of jobs, huge income creator, amazing for housing. Chula Vista actually fits, and there's two different locations they're looking at,
Yeah.
right?
Both south of the 54. Both would benefit Chula Vista.
Yeah, big time. So looking at two locations, they fit all of the requirements that Amazon has for this second location. So obviously, everyone who has anything to do with San Diego County is pushing to try to make this happen.
Yeah.
They're estimating 50,000 jobs would be created just
That's crazy.
Dropped right in there all at once.
Great jobs, by the way. Not just like new jobs and they're not great. Like from the article, there was going to be a lot of jobs paying over 6 figures in that area.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Huge jobs. Great, really good jobs.
Yeah.
Jobs of people who buy homes.
Yeah.
Families that are going to buy homes. So I would imagine that some of the people from Chula Vista would probably get some of those jobs. I also imagine that a lot of people would come from other places for those jobs into Chula Vista. A lot of those people in the home buying demographic. So, I mean, give me an idea just from an inventory perspective, like 50,000. I mean, I don't think there's any way inventory could hold that.
I mean, they're building new houses right now in Chula Vista still, and yet there's no way the supply can meet the demand if this thing goes official. I mean, 50,000 new jobs, let's just say half of those go to people in Chula Vista and maybe half go to people outside. 25,000 new people that want to drive down south. There's no traffic driving down south, so people would be attracted to moving to that area. It'd bring more interest. A lot of people in Chula Vista won't feel the need to drive up north anymore. There's going to be so much demand for houses in Chula Vista if Amazon opens up.
Plus, it's also happening in the area that is probably the best bang for your buck already in San Diego County to buy a home. Which is a perfect place to put something like that. I mean, that's part of why it's attractive to Amazon. They say, you know what, our people would be able to buy and live here. You're right though about the traffic. That is the perfect direction. If you lived up north, let's say you lived in Encinitas or something, you could drive down to Chula Vista for work, and there's no traffic either way.
Yeah.
On the way home, like I left Mission Valley the other day at like 6:02 or something like that. Call my fiance. I'm like, hey. I'm just leaving Mission Valley. I live in Del Mar. I'm like, I don't know how long this is going to take, but it may be a while. But just wanted you to know I'm on the way. I'm on the road. I was home in 13 minutes.
Dang.
13 minutes. I never hit traffic.
Dang.
Not once.
I thought you were going to tell me the opposite. Like it took you 2 hours to get there. I was preparing for you to tell me a long story. Okay, that's good then.
No, so the point is like coming from south to north, home, on the home commute, is actually really doable. When you go the other direction, it's where it's tough. So. Yeah. Having a place like this in Chula Vista would be enormous for so many reasons. I think it would pretty much guarantee that Chula Vista's prices would catch up with the rest of San Diego County. Oh,
for sure, for sure. When the demand to move to Chula Vista, I mean, let's face it, just to go one idea forward or backwards, is that a lot of people want to live in Chula Vista or don't want to live in Chula Vista because they always have to commute north to get to their job. Whenever you ask somebody like, oh, I live in Chula Vista, like, dang, how's the drive? You probably have to drive up north. When your job is down south and you live there and the money's good, there's no longer a reason not to move to Chula Vista anymore.
That's right.
Unless you're not an Amazon user, you don't work for Amazon, and yet there's going to be so much demand there.
If you're not an Amazon user, I don't know what to tell you at this
point. I was looking for trash cans to buy trash cans last night, and I went on Amazon, didn't see the deal I wanted. I literally did not know what other website to go to. I was like, do I Google trash can for sale?
You have to go to Target?
Yeah.
Like, so many people haven't seen the inside of a Target in months, years, because of Amazon. This is just one of the most exciting things that's happening in San Diego right now. I'm really happy that it's a possibility for Chula Vista because that is the perfect place for, honestly, Amazon. If you're listening, that is the perfect place for you to go.
Yeah.
Your employees will love living in San Diego County. They'll be able to get a home that they can afford for now. I mean, once that influx comes in, I think Chula Vista, which has still kind of been the most affordable place to buy a home in all of San Diego, I think that would be the last straw. I think it would finally catch up. Because, you know, if you go back like 10, 15 years,
Yeah.
Carlsbad, Chula Vista were sort of thought of in the same light. Like, these places are, that's so far out there, that's so far south, that's so far north. It's way out there. Look at Carlsbad today. Ridiculous. It's so crazily priced. I mean, it's just like mind-boggling. $800,000 two-bedroom condos, you know?
Yeah.
But in Chula Vista, you still have great deals. You still have a lot of brand new construction.
Yeah.
You still have a lot of homes that are like practically new, you know, like new, less than 10 years old. So, and very well priced.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's the place that you would want to put something like this.
It's a win-win. And if you think about it, I don't really know Amazon's structure, and yet Amazon being so close to the border, it has to open a lot of new avenues for them as well. Maybe getting more products or getting more people to sell through their websites, because you open up to Mexico and you have more avenues basically, rather than just being in the middle of the United States and working from there, you know?
Yeah, very true. Yeah, I would expect that's probably part of what they're looking for too. The first location, Pacific Northwest, upper corner. This would be a nice spot to have, you know, down in the southwest area, which stays, you know, central for time zone purposes, you know, worldwide. It just makes a lot of sense. Dude, it makes sense. This isn't just a fairy tale.
Yeah.
This actually makes sense across the board. We actually check off every single item on the Amazon checklist. So there is a major, major push here. This isn't a football stadium. They're not going to come in and ask the residents for money.
Yeah.
They're not saying, hey, there's going to be taxes, there's going to be this, there's going to be that. No, they're going to come in and buy a bunch of land, build an amazing building, and hire 50,000 people.
That's amazing. It could be the biggest thing to happen in Chula Vista in like a very, very long time.
Could be one of the biggest things that happen in San Diego. I mean, this is Amazon. So we're talking about like Qualcomm status. Whereas we have the main hub for Qualcomm here, right around the corner actually, less than a mile from where we're sitting right now. We have that here in San Diego. This would be the second tier for Amazon. However, Amazon now much bigger in market share, much bigger in revenue than Qualcomm even. So having their number 2 spot down in Chula Vista.
That's huge.
First of all, if you own a home in Chula Vista, this would be enormous for your wealth building opportunity. Well, I mean, what can you do, Anthony? If you own a home, one day it's worth 600, the next day it's worth 800.
That's crazy.
Be like, what do you do with that?
You know what, to be honest, I wouldn't know what to do if the market went that crazy. That's like such an amazing opportunity. And also, too, if Amazon does come in here, how many more doors does that open for other big industries as well that want to be close to Amazon? So, like, this could just be the first big step in, like, a big master plan to bring even more companies out here. I didn't
even think about that.
Yeah.
Like, who are the partner companies that are now going to go, well, hey, wait a minute. So we have 50,000 people here. How many restaurants? How many shopping centers? And how many different
hotels?
All these places that now are going to benefit from just the spillover of having that many people in that area.
It's going to be amazing.
Dude,
it's going to look so different. It's crazy. Imagine like us right now, like envisioning 20 years from now what it's going to be, what it's going to look like, us talking about when it didn't happen before it happened. It could be a lot. It's going to be very different for sure. What I see is new Amazon headquarters. They're building that Chula Vista University, the hotels, the restaurants.
Yeah, there's $1 billion going down just in hotel stuff, in commercial real estate. Yeah, Chula Vista definitely, 20 years, you'll look back and go, it was such an obvious no-brainer place to make a good real estate investment.
Yeah.
So last time you were on the show, and we'll get to some more Amazon in a second, but last time you were on the show, you had a big surprise.
Oh, yeah.
That you were unveiling, and now I've got it up on your website here. But what was the big surprise that you unveiled?
So the big surprise that we had, it was probably about a month ago, was we actually, our entire team colors used to be blue, and we actually rebranded to red to feel more of the Keller Williams culture. We wanted to have a bigger experience with our brokerage, and we felt like the transition from blue to red was a big deal for us because we had such a strong image in our community. Everybody noticed when we switched to red, even people I didn't know, they're like, I've seen you before. When I give them my business card, I'm like, I've seen this, but in blue, you know? Like, they knew it. They knew, like, everything about us. So we transitioned to red, and then in addition, we actually purchased a moving truck for our clients to use. So whether you buy or sell a house through us, you have access to our moving truck for the rest of your life.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
The rest of your life.
Yeah, the rest of your life as long as you're one of our loyal customers.
Gotcha.
So let's say, for instance, Derek, you buy or sell a house through us, and you say, hey, Anthony, I just bought this piano, and shipping is $500. Can we use your truck? Of course. You just call us up, pick up the truck, use it for free. So it's one of the added benefits of working with our team. We feel like whoever has the most benefits for their clients wins, and we want to offer the most for our clients.
Awesome. Yeah, I think a moving truck is super helpful because, you know, in the business that you're in, people are moving.
Oh, all the time. They love it too. The feedback we've been getting, oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Yeah, very well branded, sick looking truck there. It's actually on the website. Yeah. Also branded in red.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's called the Team Man's On Moving Machine. That's his name.
The Man's On Moving Machine.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's pretty cool.
So let's talk about, let's reel in just a second to like the current temperature of the marketplace. This Chula Vista Amazon news just came out today. I mean, this article was just published in the Union Tribune today, and we'll have a link to the article posted in this post here on our Facebook page, so you can check it out. But you know, prior to that, so this could shift things. But I mean, as of prior to that, what's the temperature of the market right now?
Yeah, the market, it's still a seller's market.
Still sellers.
I mean, I think we're spoiled here in San Diego because right now we're currently at about 1.5 months worth of inventory here in San Diego, kind of as a whole. Everywhere else in the country, it's a well, let's just say 6 months is regular inventory. 6 months is a balanced market. So for us to be at 1.5 months, 2 months of inventory, anything less than 6 months is considered a seller's market. So when we go from 1.5 months on inventory and then we go to 2 months inventory, for us, for sellers and for agents, they kind of think, oh my gosh, the world's flipping upside down. It's been 10 days and my home hasn't sold. In the grand scheme of things, the market is still great. Has days on market increased? Yes. So what we're finding now is that properties are sitting on the market a little bit longer. Is it seasonal? Yes, that's part of it. Is it because the kids have started school already and there's not so much motivation to move right now because the kids are in school? That's a possibility as well. The market just has slowed down in general for a little bit.
Yeah, and that's, you know, we are spoiled.
Yeah, so spoiled.
I mean, I've seen things recently where like price reductions have happened after like 30 days. You know, things like that, and properties that are over $1 million. You know, like that doesn't make any sense. That just means that a seller doesn't really know what's going on and how to ultimately sell the property. I mean, obviously, if you want to sell your home, if you're ready to sell your home, you price it aggressively, appropriately, and you do a lot of marketing and you generate multiple offers, and that's the way to go about it. I think what we have right now is we have a lot of fishing going on.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of people just going, hey, let me throw it out there, see if I get a bite.
See what happens, yeah.
But then they mentally sort of commit to moving because they're like, okay, we're on the market, so we're going to move. So we need to find the next place. And they start looking at that, and then they go, wait a minute. It's been 30 days, we don't have an offer. Maybe we were fishing a little too aggressively. So when I see people making price reductions after 30 days, I immediately think, okay, they are motivated to sell. They just didn't want you to know it.
No, that's true. 100%.
They just didn't want you to know.
They always have that thing like, oh, I'm not in a hurry, and then they tell you this whole story about how they have a job transfer in 30 days, and they're just like, I'm not in a hurry. I think they're just scared. They don't want to be sold on, and I think real estate agents have kind of this persona that they're so pushy. They're trying to push for the sale, and yet because of that big persona, the clients are scared to reach out to agents. They don't want to feel like they're being rushed.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that I don't want to say any, but most agents will listen to the client if you just tell them what you want.
Yeah.
Tell them what you want. Tell them what's important to you.
If they just tell us like exactly what they're thinking and what their time frames are, man, business would be so much easier. You know, instead of having to ask a lot of questions to really find out what they want, like read between the lines and
decrypt
really
the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. If they would tell us like exactly it, then man, it'd be so much easier. So,
well, I do want to say this, and we should throw it up on the screen, Rebecca, because it is definitely true, and you can see it right there. Number one, still right here, boom, Team Man's on Yelp, 82 5-star reviews on Yelp. Number one for best real estate agent in Chula Vista, right there. Bam. And that's so you have to kind of sift through the paid stuff, like these people are paying up here, blah, blah, blah. They're paying why? Because they want to somehow figure out how to get in front of this guy who's naturally number one.
Yeah.
Team Man's on right here with Keller Williams down in Chula Vista. 82 5-star reviews. Really, really impressive stuff.
Thank you.
So, you know, the article came out in the Tribune this morning. I saw it. I was so happy you were coming on today. I was just like, oh, this is amazing. You know, we get to talk about this right away. Because there were so many things in there that, you know, first of all, let's talk about the specific locations because they actually they said exactly where those two locations were, right?
Yeah, Chula Vista, and the other one was south, oh shoot, what did they say?
Otay Mesa?
Otay Mesa, yep, that's right.
Yeah, it was Otay Mesa. So with that said, I mean, are either one of those areas, you know, what is the difference between those two areas potentially and the impact on something like this?
Yeah, I mean, the main difference between both, Otay Mesa, there are houses out there. I would say not as new as Chula Vista. They are starting to build houses out there as well. I guess the main difference you'd say is demographically. Of course, Chula Vista is a little bit more further north than the other one. Housing-wise, Chula Vista home prices are stronger. A lot more demand to live in Chula Vista. If you look at both as a whole, housing market is stronger in Chula Vista than it is South Bay. If your preference would be like, should we build Amazon headquarters in Chula Vista or should we build it in Otay Mesa? Because I'm biased and I live in Chula Vista, I say Chula Vista. Yeah.
Would there be a bigger impact if they were to go down to Otay Mesa?
To be honest, I think they're so close. Even though they are a distance, they are still so close, it wouldn't make a big difference. I think demographically, Chula Vista is like a younger crowd. And if I think about like Amazon being like the young, hip, cool place to work, technology company, I think Chula Vista is the place to be for that. Especially like the young families and everything. People grow up, they're going to school, they're seeing, there's more schools out in Chula Vista than there's Otay Mesa. So they're going to basically grow up with the Amazon headquarters. And you can like groom them from young to like, hey, one day you can work here.
Yeah, that would be amazing because Amazon's going to grow. That's a company that's going to grow for sure. So getting them to plant their flag anywhere in San Diego County is going to be amazing. I do think they would lean towards Chula Vista most likely, just because it is a little further north, closer to the airport. They have a lot of people who need to travel for work. So being close to an international airport was really important for them as one of the things on the list.
Yeah.
What's really crazy is that we have two places where there is enough space to do what they want to do in San Diego County. Both of them. Yeah. Are down in your area.
That's amazing. It's like win-win for me.
Dude, gosh, I hope it happens.
Yeah, it's a win-win for everybody.
Cross every finger you can, because I mean, if they're able to pull that off, that'll change a lot of things.
How big did they grow in the past? I mean,
dude,
has it? I mean, I can't even remember. Maybe it's been 5 years. Of course, they've always been around and doing these, but I would say they didn't really blow up in like probably 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Is like when they like really blew up.
I remember Amazon, so it was maybe 10 years ago, and I'm going to pull up the actual ticker here on Yahoo Finance so we can check it out. We'll do a 5-year and then just look at that graph. So yeah, you can see just kind of like steady, consistent growth there. That's just the stock price, but that sort of gives you an idea how crazy it's been. You know, 5 years ago, the stock was trading still in the 200s, 250. Now it's almost 1,000, so it's quadrupled.
And that's just 5 years. Yeah, so 5 years ago.
Quadrupled in 5 years.
It's crazy.
I remember ordering books off Amazon when it was that's all they did.
Just books?
It was just books.
Oh, dang, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, this is maybe 10, 12 years ago or something. Okay. It was when they first started, that's what they were. It was a book place.
You know, actually, I think you're right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I was ordering books off of there, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Then people started saying, oh, no, you can get that on Amazon. Oh, no, you can get that off Amazon. Or I'd be like, where'd you get that? And they're like, Amazon. I'm like, Amazon, the book place? It's like, no, they have all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And so now you can get anything. You get your groceries.
They have that's what I do with my groceries. That's my favorite thing about Amazon now is the groceries.
Seriously?
Yeah, because it's like 15-minute drive to the grocery store, 1 hour to find everything, 15 minutes back. It's usually 2 hour shipping, and it's just like $5. I mean, they bring you everything. So I actually don't even go grocery shopping anymore.
Really?
Which is amazing. Yeah, it's all in the app.
See, for me, I don't know. Beck, are you having any audio issues? Just looks like there's something playing here. Okay. I actually enjoy going to the grocery store. That's one of my favorite things to do. Dance around and look at people and just like hear the grocery store music, you know?
Because when it's true. It is a fun place to go to.
I like going to the grocery store.
Yeah. No, that is one of the more, I mean, the places I hate in this world, the DMV and what's the other place that I hate? DMV and I forgot the other one. But they're both like places that I hate equally.
I'm glad you forgot because you don't like it.
Yeah. But grocery store, that's one of the cool places to go to because you see like foods that you like, I've never cooked that before, and yet I want to cook that. You know, you just buy it and you just cook it.
It's a fun place, man. It has all the things you really love. All the good stuff's there.
That's true.
We're talking Chula Vista real estate. We're talking about Amazon potentially moving to Chula Vista or Otay Mesa. Both would be unbelievable for real estate south of the 8, and really probably for the whole county, honestly. But the biggest impact would be right down there.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we have an upcoming listing.
We do. We have an upcoming listing. It is at 711 Elizabeth Street, 92113 here in San Diego. It's not on the market yet. It goes active next week. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, almost 1,200 square feet. You're going to love this price, Derek. Priced single-family house, no HOA, no Melrose, $385.
What?
Yep.
What's the zip code?
92113.
92113. And that's San Diego?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see if I can pull it up. 92113.
It's a nice house, to be honest. Great yard on it.
3-bedroom, 2-bath. All right, we don't have any pictures, but
yeah, we just took pictures. We're doing our grand open house October 14th and 15th. It's gonna be from 1 to 4. So definitely check out that house. We've been talking to a lot of people. We're gonna have a huge turnout at that one.
$385.
Yep.
For a 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Yeah.
What? How?
It's a great house. I mean, of course, we're always pricing it aggressively, pricing it with the comps in the neighborhood. To be honest, under $400,000, you will not find another house this nice. Like it's a nice house.
This is huge demand.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'm gonna have to put this into the headline of the.
Do it.
Yeah, because I mean, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, that's almost 1,200 square feet for under $400,000 in San Diego County. I don't know if that exists. I mean, if you put those filters in and you went and you searched,
1 or 2 maybe.
You're not gonna find very many.
Yeah, but the other one's probably gonna be like a big fixer-upper.
Yes.
This one is a good house. It really is. Like, of course, it does need some updating, but it's in great condition. Have you seen like houses that are a little outdated, but they're in great condition?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those.
I live in one.
Yeah, they're great. Like, you don't need all that fancy stuff. It's great.
I got 1990s gear all throughout my crib, dude.
That's perfect.
But it's well maintained.
Yeah, if it's well maintained, then why didn't you change it?
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. So it's a great house, good neighborhood. Whoever buys that is going to be super happy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so it's coming on the market in a couple weeks.
Next week, actually.
Next week.
Yeah, so not this Saturday, next Saturday and Sunday is the grand opening. So it goes active on Wednesday.
Okay. All right, cool. So people still have a chance to maybe
reach out to me.
Reach out, maybe get the inside track or see, get all that information about when they can participate if they're interested in buying a house at that price point.
I'd say send me a private message or you can comment on this video. Just say, hey, I'm interested in that info, and we have the pictures and everything for it already.
Okay, cool. I'll set up a message button on this video.
Cool.
So they can go directly to you. I think that's a great home, like a great military home.
Oh, yeah.
The price point is right there. That's going to be well within the VA guidelines.
3 bedrooms. That's like perfect size right there. 2-bath. Maybe somebody who's looking to buy a property and Airbnb it out. That could be a good one.
I guess you could do that too, huh?
Yeah.
It's detached.
It's detached. So, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity with this house. I mean, every person I told about it, they're like interested.
All over it.
Yeah, even investors, families. So, it's a good house.
Oh, amazing stuff. Tremendous. All right. Well, you heard it right here from the CEO of Team Manzon, Anthony Manzon. By the way, #1 on Yelp under best real estate agent in Chula Vista, and for good reason. Thank you so much for your time today, man. Really appreciate it. Great stuff.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
Let's all say a little prayer for Amazon to realize that Chula Vista should be their next home for their second location. And if it is, woo! Look out.
Wins.
I hope you already own a home down there. Thank you all for tuning in. See you next time.